and really working out what problems they have that you can help with. Now, one way of doing this is an ask campaign, where people basically ask you what's your biggest problem, and then people answer, and then the person doing the ask campaign can then just look at all the answers and then just work out what people want to know and create his info product around those questions. BuzzSumo is a great tool. So suppose we type some. Now suppose, let's imagine what you are. Supposing you are a management consultant. So you can sort, this tells you various posts or pages on the internet. It tells you how many Facebook engagements, Twitter shares, Pinterest shares, Reddit engagements, number of links, and it also gives an evergreen score. So this one, for example, this moment is sorted by total engagements. So this one is about Sir Alex Ferguson, legendary manager, makes return to Manchester United working as a consultant. That's not really relevant to management consultancy, but you can see why it's got it, because it's got the word manager there and consultant. America's best management consultancy firms. Robert Mueller collected nude selfie as evidence, apparently. Concord Management. Now this one looks interesting. Killing strategy, the disruption of management consulting. So this generated a lot of interest. So 701 Facebook engagements, which is quite a lot. 669 Twitter shares. So let's have a look at this. So this is about the word disruptive innovation. So this is obviously a topic that's of considerable interest to people. So all this sort of thing can give you ideas about what to write about. That's the advantage of this. And you can also filter by content type. So you could just do videos or how-to articles or so on. Word count, publisher size, or date range. So this is a very useful tool. Now Quora, I've only recently discovered Quora. I'd heard about it, but it's a site where you can go and ask any question. You might get answers. You might get 1 or 2 answers. You might get no answers. You might get 100 answers, and then people vote as to the quality of the answer. So if it's a really good answer, they upvote it. If it's a bad answer, they downvote it. So the best answers go to the top. And what you end up with is a lot of questions, a lot of answers. And you can see which are the most popular questions, which are the most popular answers. So it gives you both things, and it's free. So it's a great place to do research on stuff like this. And looking at forums is obviously really important. Now the other thing you have to do is decide on your avatar. So I don't know if you've seen the movie Avatar, or I don't know if you've played games where you have a little cartoon character that walks about and it's your avatar. They're not what we're talking about here. So you've got to decide on an avatar, like what sort of person would buy your product. Suppose you sell sports cars, then you might be looking at men in a certain age range, maybe because they would have to have quite a bit of money, and also they want to be young enough to want the sort of thrill of sort of driving fast. So maybe you're looking at men aged 30 to 40 with a lot of money. I mean that's one example of an avatar. And the good idea to do is to really get inside the head is just to visualize them. You can even, some people go as far as downloading a photo off the internet, or maybe they know someone that fits that category, so you can have that photo in front of you. Or if not, you can just get a picture of someone off the internet that in your mind's eye represents that person and have that in front of you. And then that really helps in a way engage. And then you're talking to that person. You're not just talking to a camera. You're really just talking one-to-one to a person, like you might be talking to a friend and explaining stuff to them. And some people also try and build up a whole backstory about the avatar, why they married, how many children have they got, what sort of job. So you can go into a lot of detail. Now, once you've got a Facebook page and stuff like that, you can go into Audience Insights, and that will tell you what sort of people interact with your page. And also it tells you what other pages they like. So that can be quite useful in finding out about your avatar. So let's just go into a bit more detail. So make them as real as possible. Some people give them a name and give them a backstory. Could be someone you know. That'd be excellent if it is someone you know, because you already have a lot more information about that person. And then you can just put a photo up and work up the backstory.